The Amish method.
And opens fire.
The best letter to write is lowercase f. The long scribbles, capital G's are really hard, and capital I's. I like lowercase f and lowercase k. Do you want to hear a trick my teacher, Miss Emma, taught us? Lowercase k actually looks like a kangaroo. See? This is the mommy's body, and this is the baby in her pouch. She's a Marlupisal. And these are her long feet that help her jump. And this is her big long tail. Here, let's add a cat on her like Papa's. I'm always adding cats. This is where I lost a tooth last week. Guess what this is? This is my mama. And this is my papa. He really wears a hat. My mama wears a bonnet like this. Like this. And this is our horse, Cisco. He pulls the buggy. And our cat, Easy. And this is my brother, Jacob. And my little brother, Elo. And this is my sister, Anna. She has long hair, the color of corn. And pink fingernails, and stinky feet, and pretty pink lips.
The first thing I see is flowers. Flowers from bright day are behind our house. And then my papa, working in the field over and beyond the door. I'm like a bird. I can see where his shirt is darker blue from the sweat, and the dark blue of his hat. Then suddenly, I'm in the kitchen with my mama. She's sewing, and she's humming. Mama only hums when she doesn't know you're there. Though she has a nice voice. The shadow in the room has a long brown blanket over her, hiding a little more of her neck. I'm her guest starts. I always touch it when I stand extra at the table. She's sewing the final squares on the quilt. Maybe for the new baby in the soup family? Blue squares with black and white triangles and rows of stitches. She shifts in her chair and I see the little hole. I reach out to touch it, and she gasps. Suddenly I'm in the field scout, but it's dark. The moon is out, and I can recognize the pump next to the schoolhouse by our farm. But the school isn't there. Just a dark square.
TV sucks. It really sucks. Sometimes I turn it on. Just for a change, you know? And all the colors and the fake people that rope around my neck. There's men talking about cars. And women talking about other women. Someone's ripping a countertop, and someone's eating bugs with a helmet off. Literally my hair with pine cones. The news is the worst. Something bad happens, and you can see the newscasters crawling up the mouths. Literally salivating. This just in! We don't watch TV anymore. I was in the grocery store the other day, and it occurred to me for the doing away with a PBA and PBA. Suddenly, it's just because something's written down on the label doesn't make it true. Oh, something can be written down. FDA approved, FBI protected, and that does not make it true. And I'm aware of thousands of promises all around me. Every ball and box using some bright color. Reduces wrinkles, prevents tartar, gives stronger bones. And now I know it's all crap. And put your hand on the Bible and swear to tell the truth and still lie. Bible. And then you think, well, what is the Bible? How is it any different than the yellow words on my apple that says eliminates pain? The Bible. Proof of God. Really? Is this where we got our whole God thing from? The Bible? Think of the sixth thing that you've ever read. Go on. Do it. It was true, wasn't it? It was something that actually happened to someone in real life. What happens to a person where you live in a world where you can't believe in anything anymore? And the things that you are scared to believe are actually true. I'm sorry for everyone that you have ever known that this person before you is the one. You can promise to love them and stand by them, and nurse them and make them happy. You trust in return they will nurture you and make you happy. Right there, cheek cups, white dress. Swear for everyone that you have ever known. Doesn't make it true.
Soon will be Anna's from Shringham. That's when she has to decide whether or not to join the church. Some don't, but most do, and if they don't, we don't speak to them. During Anna's from Shringham, she's allowed to wear makeup and say cuss words and kiss boys, and she can't get in trouble for it. I ask Anna every day if she'll go far away from Shringham. She says she won't, but I'm not sure. During my road to Shringham, I'm going to go to the beach because I'm going to wear a bathing suit, a red one with flowers on it, and then a boy will fall in love with me, and I'll let him kiss me. And eventually, like, after a month, the boy will ask me to marry him, and I'll say, I can't marry you because you're not Amish. And he'll say, oh, please, please, please. And I'll say, no, no, no. And he'll say, oh, please, please, please. And I'll say, well, okay, but first you have to become Amish. And then I'll bring him home to meet all my friends and my family. And he'll play with my little brothers and he'll meet Anna. But he won't talk to her that much. And then he'll become Amish.
Well, I guess we're about ready to get started here. If everyone wants to grab their coffee and take a seat. First off, I'd like to offer a special thanks to the folks here at the firehouse for having us, for letting their place be Grand Central this whole week. We won't be here too long tonight. I know it's been a long day for everyone. So if you'd all like to grab your coffee and take a seat, we'll get this press conference underway.
This just in.
Widow of Cray Schoolhouse Government buys lotion from an SPF.
We have an exclusive interview.
Now, Mrs. Stuckey, why did you buy a lotion with an SPF?
Well, Craig, I realized I took better care of my skin and tried to get out the wrinkles on my face. Who knows? Maybe my husband wouldn't have gone around and tried to kill a Amish girl. So how do you like the SPF so far? It's awesome. My white lines significantly reduced. And I love the smooth, greaseless finish.
You're probably all wondering who the heck I am. My name is Bill Norton. I'm a professor of American religion at the local university here, and a friend of Mary Yoder here and many of the families affected by this tragedy. We hope that by gathering together in this private way, by talking a little bit more about the Amish, their culture, that it'll help to answer some of the questions that you might have. Like, how can the Amish forgive such a thing? More importantly, will help you to realize their need, especially now. Right? Aaron, is there anything else you'd like to add? No. Let's get started. So you know this tragedy happened to private people. So you came here to help the Amish or to bring their story. See, that's difficult right there. You may or may not know this, but the Amish themselves are pacifists. And as a people, they're certainly no strangers to violence. The original Amish and the Anabaptists came to America in the 1700s to escape harsh persecution stories of torture, executions. Pretty much been trying to keep to themselves ever since.
Guess what this is? It's Jesus.
I've had the privilege of knowing Aaron and his family for many years. I've known both of his daughters, Anna and Bella, since they were born. Aaron, do you mind if I share that anecdote that Bella taught me? She taught me that
J.
stands for
Jesus.
who comes first,
Y.
stands for
You.
who comes last, and
O.
stands for
Others.
who connected. Giving you joy.
Joy.
I like it. Gives you joy.
It's Jesus. See? This is the cross, and these are his hands and his feet. He has nails in them. One time, I got a nail in my hand because I was playing with wood by the barn. I was trying to make a pen so my brother could use my paper. And I got a nail in my hand. We had to clean it. It hurt so bad. It was right in the middle of my hand, just like Jesus. I said to my mama, "It's like Jesus." And she said, "Sure, your lips it hurt." Jesus hurt for us. And this is his head. Only Jesus really had that. A very special one.
I'm assuming you're all by and large strangers in this area, and I'm sure you'll spend some time figuring out what happened here. But I hope you'll look for more than that. There's more to hear than what happened on October 2nd.
We moved to Nickel Mines about 20 years ago. Me and my husband Ray.
Hi.
We live far about 4 miles out of town, and I work at the church in the office part-time there. On October 2nd, 2006, I was in the basement, walking on the treadmill. We keep in the basement, I usually watch news and just walk it out. I read the headline across CNN. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire.
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 Then the shocking details began to emerge.
This just in.
He was a local milkman. He only shot the girls, at least 3 dead. Birds eye. Amish families. Separate, sloped, white ambulances, white schoolhouse, and the bodies? Well, they were on sheets. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire.
Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire.
Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire.
This just in.
He shot them. He shot himself. And the death toll is now 6. Birds eye. Amish families. Separate but close. Wide ambulances. One schoolhouse. And the bodies. Well, they were covered in sheets. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire.
Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire.
Man enters Amish schoolhouse.
This just in.
The Amish request that the medical condition of the remaining girls be withheld. They extend their forgiveness to the gunman. They extend their condolences to the gunman's family. Birds eye. Amish families. Separate, but close. White, red, white. And I thought, what kind of sicko could do this?
Thank you. I got up in the middle of the night, and I swore I saw him standing on the lawn, right where the grass meets the road. I don't know how long I stood there just watching him, but finally I couldn't take it anymore. So I covered my eyes and I told him to go away! And when I looked again, he was gone.
First of all, you all need to understand. Most people think that the Amish are all alike. They're all the same. See, that's not exactly true. Some Amish have a phone at the end of the night. Some don't. Some have a computer for business. Some don't. But all Amish do have a basic code of living. They call this the Ordnung. The basic foundation of the Ordnung can be summed up by the Pennsylvania Dutch word to give up. You see, the Amish give up their needs to the community. This is their joy.
Our ancestors were martyrs. You're a martyr if you're killed for your beliefs.
Separation from us has been the most successful means of survival.
When I was in the grocery store this morning, a woman came up to me. A perfectly normal looking woman. I was in the hygiene aisle, reading some lines from some place lotion, and this woman came up to me, put her basket next to me, and said, "If you were a decent wife, a poor girl would be alive today." You sicko. And the strange thing is, I laughed. Oh, I ran to the parking lot, smeared the moisturizer on my face, and scratched myself over and over again. But in the moment I laughed, you do things like that when you're losing your mind.
Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. Sicko.
Okay, a little bit about me. I like flowers. And point blue. I like to kiss my sons, Joshy and Jared, before they go to school in the morning. I like dogs. Of course, we can't have any dogs because Carol's allergic. But that's really okay because I don't think I'd have time to walk them or feed them anything.
It was the word sicko.
At the jewelry store in town that Joe Mitchell runs, I got the ring I've been paying off slowly for Carol.
Sicko.
Just go in whenever I can and $20 bill or so put towards the ring.
Sicko. Sicko.
With the kids and all, we don't have too much extra. But, well, I know how Carol likes nice things.
Sicko. 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 Sicko.
She deserves nice things.
Sicko. I used to watch him when I did my rounds. You ever seen him? I mean, a whole flock of them. Field across the road. Their legs, their stockings. Stupid bib things they wear. It's like all that beauty
tucked away. Hidden. Some kind of clean secret. We also get scattered down here. But once in a while, we way back. Way back.
He came into the schoolhouse while Miss Emma was preparing the blackboard for a spelling exercise. We were seated at our desks. He seemed lost.
I asked him to see the clothes because then I lost out the road.
I know what a clothespin is because of my father's farm equipment.
One door, 4 windows.
And you say we haven't seen it.
The chalkboard is a sign.
It doesn't look anyone in the eyes.
It says visitors brighten our day.
Visibly reduces wrinkles, fades dark circles, and smooths fine lines. How do you shave as often?
Man enters Amish schoolhouse. When he comes back, he has a gun. He makes the boys and Miss Emma leave. He barricaded the front door. There are 10 of us. As he ties our wrists, I can smell him. He doesn't smell bad. Maybe like soap. But I can tell how hard he's breathing. And I can see the sweat on his chin. I think of my papa. How I've never seen his chin. This is the man. This is his hat. This is his gun. He said, pray for me.
Cuts through tough soaps come best. Susan heals. Believe that will last you for hours. Lots of pain.
I started praying to God, trying to feel how God would want me to behave. But my heart is racing. The air feels like wool. I watch it.
Emma's looking at the man, but I want her to look at me. She's looking at the man, but I want her to look at me.
Seek and ye shall find. The meek shall inherit the earth. New and improved like he said.
Some of the littler girls don't really understand English yet. And they're speaking quietly in our own language. The police started to pull around the school. Everything was getting louder and louder. They shouted at him and ordered him with a microphone thing.
Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us.
Sweat pours down his face, and I can see where his shirt is darker from the sweat. He keeps looking at the police and back at me. They shout at him. He screams back.
No!
They are switching on the gun. We are lined up against the chalkboards. Wanting our papas. Waiting.
Deliver us from evil.
Police arrived so fast.
For thine is the kingdom,
I don't know how they got here so fast.
the power,
Please, sir,
and the glory.
shoot me first.
Forever and ever. And forgive me. Got back from the store today. The moisturizer still wet on my face, and the Amish were here. Spent all morning here with me. There was about 5 of them or so held together in my living room. Frankly, I was shocked to see them. I mean, I was shocked that they were still here, and I'm shocked because they're shocking. They're freaks. They have a weird smell. Not bad per se, it's just weird. The men wear hats with blue shirts and suspenders, and the women all wear bonnets with long cotton dresses. It's like another planet. He sat there. His name was Aaron.
Social Security or other government programs like that, but given the extent, the scope of this has exceeded the community funding beyond the shadow of difficult times. So they accept your donation, and I'm sure they'd like me to extend their thanks. Many of my students have been asking the same thing you've been asking. How could the Amish forgive such a thing? Yes, of course it is. And why?
Why?
Why would someone do this? Why would?
Why?
But the Amish believes this is very important, that there is no why. That even if we could have been inside Ed Steffen's minds, drove up to the schoolhouse, and see, we would never really understand.
They brought food. I haven't had a chance to see if they all brought it. Maybe there was more than once. Hard to recall exactly. He's the only one I really remember. He sat right there. For the longest time I sat there staring at him. His brown beard, a little red once the light from the window shone on him. His pink fingernails scrubbed clean. Think of his upper lip. What he and his wife must have been through. What their little girls must have been through.
I guess what I'll miss most of all is my grandpa. I'll miss the taste of Mama's peach jam. I'll miss the barn parties. I don't know if you know this, but we can have some serious parties sometimes, and they can get crazy. Oh, and I love to dance. Just love it. And I love it when the music is so loud you can feel it in your chest.
Did I tell you they brought food? Haven't had a chance to see if they all brought yet. They were very polite. They kept referring to me, to my group above all things. It took everything in me not to yell at them to stop, stop! Who can blame them when they talk so slowly and quietly? Sort of like that. Almost like being ready to sleep with something. I just tried my best not to cuss, and at one point I saw something move outside the window, and my first thought was, might be Eddie. Just one of their horses parked in my driveway. A horse in my driveway. If it was a better time, maybe I would have left. I asked him what farm he lived on, and he said, the one on Stoltz Road. I know that farm. It wasn't far from the schoolhouse, and it was on Eddie's roots. I haven't been down that road in 5, 6 years. Not since the boys were born, anyhow. Me and Eddie used to ride that road back when we were here. I wanted to tell him that. The Amish man about Eddie, but I didn't.
I like flowers. And the color blue.
I asked him how they were, how his little girls were, and he looked at me and said,
We must trust God.
is that right? Trusting God? You know what? I love that! I love when people like you say that. Have you turned on the TV lately? Oh, you haven't? Oh, that's right, you had to believe in TV. Isn't that just nice for you? Let me fill you in. Stuff like this happens every single day. Stuff that is this sick and worse happens every single day. Scary figures? As deeply mortified as I am by my husband's actions. The man has worked in the bedroom that I have ever known to go through my life as one. As disgusting! Eddie wasn't a bad guy. He wasn't the devil. There's just a darkness inside him that he couldn't keep down anymore. And it ate him. It ate him. And it ate four little girls, and now it eats me. And you can pull your hat down to nothing evil, but the truth is, that's all of us. It's the world, it's the truth. It lives in me, and yes, it lives in you. And if your God
Man entered.
is so mighty and great,
Amish schoolhouse.
where is he? And opens fire. No, you all come here, try to make nice with Singles by fun. Now you know. Now you see me that word into my brain was blue stare.
When I was a sophomore at Elizabethtown College, just down the road here, I was driving around looking for a barbecue that my friend was having at his parents' house. Somehow I got lost on the back roads. I was trying to. Well, I don't remember how it happened to this day. But I do remember the impact of him against the gray road. His blue shirt, his yellow hat, next to his red blood.
You would think if you were lonely, it'd be pretty great to have an angel in your living room. Not so much. To feel that all you are is rock and grace and have this man flower sit with you and be with you. It hurts. It hurts so much. But it also helps in a way that nothing else is possible.
I remember sitting in the emergency room. Not a scratch on me, but I was a wreck. I remember his parents held me, the stranger who hit their son. They held me and they cried. They kept saying,
It's all right, it's all right.
heavy to receive and heavy to give.
That word, it's like he's planted it there. Burned it with his brain into my brain. When I feel low, I'll just repeat that word over and over to myself.
This is Anna, with her pretty pink lips. There are the ties on her wrists, and on her feet, and the bullet.
The first thing I see is flowers. Flowers in the bright day are behind her house.
After a long battle, Aaron did eventually fully recover. And has been my friend ever since.
Every night after I put the boys to bed, I'd argue the Stilts Road. I'd park the car into the gravel lane, walk 4 miles to his yard, stand on the other side of the wall, trying to feel his presence on the other side. It's usually dark and they go to bed much earlier than me, but sometimes I can see him in there. See him burned by the sadness that is his world.
It's one of those beautiful fall nights. When the moon is full, you can see for miles, and everything is a deep blue. There's a lamp burning in our kitchen, and I can see my papa. He can't sleep there. I see the top of his head. I go to visit him, but suddenly he puts his head on the table and wraps his arms around his face and shoulders. Deep sobs. He doesn't want to wake Mama. He can see his body in the fight. His muscles tight and shaking. He has his hand on his heart, and he's muttering over and over.
Help me! Help me!
Suddenly I'm back in planet air. I look down and there's someone standing in our yard. A woman.
go back home and I go back to bed. And the next day, surprisingly, a whole lot easier. Easier because people like him exist.
There's something about them, something that unsettles me. I've been studying about them, teaching them for over 25 years. It doesn't matter what your religion is or even if you have one. There's something about them that makes you wonder, what am I? Could I be more?
Lord.
Oh, one time when Anna had the flu, Marion and I put some peach jam on a piece of bread, wrapped it in a towel, and threw it up into Anna's bedroom window to cheer her up. It was spring, so her unit was wide open, and Marion just threw it all of her money, and it went right through the window. It landed right on Anna's bed. We couldn't believe it. We could hear Anna laughing and coughing, so we knew she was happening. This is Marion. She's Anna's best friend, and this is my best friend, Emma. She has orange hair and can hold her breath a long time. And this is Margaret. She has the weirdest teeth.
Last night, I saw Eddie again. Saw him standing out on the lawn where the grass meets the road. It was dark, but I knew he was there. I don't know how long he stood there, just waiting to come out and see him. I don't know how long I stared at him, but among them was the word. That word. And I said that with Eddie, just sort of begging him, sort of reassuring him until eventually I see him fade. I see him fade away into the night until he's no longer there. And I'm up in the air. I'm like a bird.
This is Catherine. She's a great singer.
Stoop down into the barn and hear some music. Music that I can feel inside of my chest. And I feel light and pink.
And this is Elizabeth, who talks all the time. Yeah, I do. It's her little sister, dear, who never talks at all.
Back in the night there, and this huge, beautiful, perfect white moon. This white moon in the middle of the night sky.